For the 50th anniversary, somebody suggested the choir commission a work from me. Might have been me. I've written quite a bit for the choir over the years, but this is actually a formal commission specifically for this concert, with funding from a bequest from one of our former chairpersons, Sylvia Jones, the late Sylvia Jones, who left quite a sum of money for the choir. So this is a work about music and singing. You've got the full program note there in the program. I'd like to particularly acknowledge that we have one of the poets with us. There are two New Zealand texts in it, one by Catherine Mansfield. Unfortunately, she couldn't make the concert today. But we're absolutely delighted that Yvonne Amory, the poet for The Singing Tree, is with us today. Yvonne's poetry I discovered last year, in fact maybe the end of the previous year, when I was commissioned to write a choral symphony for Manukau Symphony Orchestra. And I was looking around for poetry about Manukau and the harbour and the landscape thing. Chanced on a little slim volume in the public library, and I'd been kind of looking at poetry published in the area, and this is not very good, not very good. Pulled this little slim volume out, little self-published volume, and went, wow, this is exactly what I want. And once I was able to convey to Yvonne what I wanted to do with her poetry, she came on board and has been absolutely supportive. And this is another poem from the same set. It's a book called Here at the Edge, The Singing Tree, which is a lovely, lovely poem. It begins, I whisper to the singing tree when the world quietens and the sea is surging below to listen for the singing children. They understand why the bird is silent. And there's Yvonne's thoughts about the poem in your program note. So Yvonne, thank you again for allowing me to set your poetry, and it's wonderful to have you here. I thought about publishing the poems in the program, but it would have made the program rather dense. The first one begins, let me go where'er I will, I hear a sky-born music still. It sounds from all things old, it sounds from all things young, from all that's fair, from all that's foul, peals out a cheerful song. Catherine Mansfield's is a very well-known poem. There is a solemn winter night that sings of solemn rain. Then we have The Singing Tree. Then we have a lovely jazzy poem by the American Langston Hughes. Come, let us roam the night together singing, I love you. Very much written with Morag in mind. She does this wonderful, sultry, jazzy solo in that movement. Music I heard, she's a very sultry person. Music I heard is quite a well-known poem by Conrad Aiken about loss. Music I heard with you was more than music, and bread I broke with you was more than bread. Now that I am without you, all is desolate. All that was once so beautiful is dead. But then the poet continues, your hands once touched this table and this silver, and I have seen your fingers hold this glass. These things do not remember you, beloved, and yet your touch upon them will not pass. It's a very moving poem. I Hear the Stars Still Singing is a very short text by James Weldon Johnson. I hear the stars still singing to the beautiful silent night. And the final poem, Listening, by Amy Lowell. 'Tis you that are the music, not your song. The song is but a door, and that's where the title of the cycle comes from. The song is but a door which, opening wide, lets forth the pent-up melody inside. So let us let forth some pent-up melodies. This is the world premiere of The Song is But a Door. We did 5 movements in Pukekohe last week with organ and piano, so you're actually, it is really the world premiere of the whole work. Here is The Song is But a Door.